Hi, this is Brian Katzling with KCSG Power Tools for Kartra at kpowertools.com. In this video, I'm demonstrating using KCSG DataLink to copy values across pages. This is the example in the KCSG DataLink examples called Using Values Across Pages Example 2. And in that documentation, there are two sets of code that you can copy. The first set goes into your source or data collection or supplier page, and you copy that into the body tracking code section. My source for this demonstration will be an embedded form that's going to have the name. It's not really using the email address in the standard form. You'd have to have that, but I'm not using that part for this demonstration. Then I have a couple of survey questions, and that's the source data page or data source page. And then on the data access or data consumer page, I've copied the second set of code from the documentation into the body tracking code section. And then I just have a simple data display. I'm using the dynamic variable features of KCSG DataLink. So this will embed the first name from the previous page, who the content is primarily for, variable from the other page, who's responsible for the content from the other page, the results from the do you use WordPress, and then only if the user uses WordPress, it'll also display whether they're integrating Kartra with WordPress. So that's the setup. If I preview those pages, here's my form, and initially all that is set, these questions haven't been answered yet. So initially the value just contains the name which is being pre-filled by Kartra. So if I change this to something else and come over here and refresh the page, now I have the new value. So let's fill in some other stuff. So we'll go back to that. Let's say we'll start with the initial responses. Do I use WordPress? No. So if I come over here and refresh this, so it's back to Brian. Content is for myself. Content is by myself. I don't use WordPress. So now if I change this around, and then I'll say maybe have an in-house team with outside consultants. Do I use WordPress? Yes. Do I integrate Kartra and WordPress? Yes. And then now if I come back here and refresh, so now it's got my name, content used for myself by internal and external teams. Do I use WordPress? And since I use WordPress, now it shows do you integrate with Kartra? Yes. So that's an example of how I can transfer information between two pages in real time using the KCSG DataLink add-on library.